Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tokyo Skytree. Be awestruck by the panoramic view. There are so many other fun things to do after you've enjoyed the view. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go, let's enjoy. This is Tokyo Skytree.
We do our jobs with sincerity and integrity to make a better living environment for the people and our society. Today's work, tomorrow's heritage. Shimizu Corporation.
Welcome to Channel Japan. I'm Mai Demizu.
And I'm Makiko Tsuda.
Every week, we bring you the freshest information out of Japan from our studio here in Tokyo.
From the economy to culture and even foods, if you want to find out what's happening in Japan right now, this is where you'll find it.
Channel Japan Ranking.
We bring you Channel Japan Ranking, in which we rank some of the hottest products and services in the country. And today's theme is characteristics of Japanese people.
Yes, so obviously each person has their own distinct personality, but if you want to sum it up in one word, what would you say, what characteristic would you say is especially common among the Japanese people?
Well, it's hard to say, but probably shy, but hardworking.
Yes, I agree. And interestingly, one research company actually conducted a survey on what trait Japanese people themselves see as a characteristic of Japanese people. And here's the result. So at the top comes obedient, docile, and then followed by diligent, serious, like you mentioned.
Yes.
And easily swept away, indecisive, and skillful with one's fingers.
Interesting. Well, a lot of people think Japanese as quiet or submissive, like you can see from the chart. But it's interesting to see the skillful with their fingers was also ranked in 5th.
Yes, yes, I agree. It is interesting, isn't it? And the traditional art of paper folding or origami and other such pastimes are indicative of Japanese people's skillfulness with their fingers, I think. And of course, lots of people are involved in such hobbies as well.
Yes. Well, in this episode, we'll be introducing you to things in world of art, which depend on this skillfulness with one's fingers.
Have a look at this picture of a saxophone. Actually, there's a secret to it.
Konnichiwa.
This is the creator of the piece. The artworks covering the wall seem to have been done with a pen. However, the picture has come off. What in the world is this?
これは切り絵です。紙を切っただけの作品になります。
そうなんですか。これ切り絵？
はい。
This picture was not drawn with a pen. It was cut from a sheet of paper. He has been called a miracle-working paper-cutting artist. This is a piece created to look like a painting done in a single continuous stroke. And here you can even see each strand of hair. There is a playfulness to this piece, where you see different things from different angles. This is the ultimate of his works.
極細ですね。本物の落ち葉みたい。
This piece took 3 months to complete. The price on it is 1.8 million yen, or $15,000. All he uses to create his paper cuttings is readily available paper such as copier paper and a craft knife. He starts with a sketch, then cuts away the white areas while leaving the black lines.
細かい。
切ってる最中に息をするのを忘れてしまったとか、目を閉じるのを忘れてしまったとか、そういうの結構ありました。
His finest lines are a mere 0.1 millimeter in width, he says.
線が重なるところの角をお互いに傷つけないようにしてます。反対側の線まで届いてしまうとその線が切り落としてしまうので、そういうところを注意しながら切ってます。
In this way, he spends anywhere from 1 to 3 months completing each piece. He began doing paper cutting when he was 20. It began with his interest in bamboo leaf cuttings done by sushi chefs. He now holds solo exhibitions across Japan. A well-received exhibition in New York has gained him attention from abroad.
ニューヨークの時もそう言われたんですけど、クレイジーとかすごいとかびっくりとかそういう言葉を聞くともっとなんか違う作品で驚かしてあげようっていう気持ちが湧いてきます。今後も続けたいと思ってます。
We are now in Yamanashi Prefecture. This person has a certain special skill. If you look carefully,
こちらです。
the lead of this pencil reads pencil.
これは鉛筆彫刻になります。
鉛筆彫刻。
はい。
This man sculpts lettering and figures into pencil lead.
アメリカの方で鉛筆の芯に彫刻をされている方の作品の紹介をしている番組があって、これ面白そうだなと思って削ったのがきっかけだったんですよね。
He is a company worker, but does pencil sculpting on the side. His pride and joy is this sculpture of the 26 letters of the English alphabet. His most extreme work is this sculpted mechanical pencil lead. How in the world does he do it? Let's take a look and see. His tools are a craft blade, a mini drill, and 4B pencils. First, he flattens the lead. It is just 4 millimeters wide. He then carves the lettering into it.
穴開けるところが綺麗にやっぱ穴が開かないと汚く見えちゃうので、綺麗に穴を開けるっていうところがコツになります。
He uses a mini drill or a fine blade and carefully works on the holes. This lead is brittle, so he carves a short connecting piece before working on the next letter. It's a painstaking process. It took him nearly an hour to complete these 3 characters. Besides lettering, he has also carved a miniature replica of a Shishi-Odoshi garden water feature, as well as this chain that took him 2 months to complete.
鉛筆以外のものを削らないんですかって言われるんですけど、その鉛筆を極めたらちょっと他のものに行こうかなと思ってるんですけど、今のところはちょっと鉛筆を極めたいなと。
He says he takes orders at 2,000 yen per letter or character. Close up, this looks like paper that a child has torn up and pasted together willy-nilly. But from a distance, yes, it's a picture. And here is the artist.
これは何で作られてるんですか？
はい、こちらはこのマスキングテープを使って制作しています。
Washi masking tape has grown in popularity as a decorative item for stationery and miscellaneous goods. She uses that tape to recreate masterpieces.
もともとマスキングテープが可愛くて好きだったということがあったので、ちょっとそれを使って今までにあまり見たことがないものを作ってみようかなと思い作り始めました。
This is Girl with a Pearl Earring by Vermeer. She has used pink and flower pattern tape to create a pretty picture quite different in tone from the original. This is her ultimate work. Da Vinci's The Last Supper. It took her a week to complete this picture.
Kanari 人がたくさんいるので、それぞれの表情を細かく表現したりということはやっぱり難しかったです。
How can she create such artistic pieces using just tape? We had her show us. She chooses colors that fit the image she is attempting to create from among the 500 varieties of colorful tapes in her collection. Tearing them by hand, she says, gives the picture warmth. She seems to be placing the pieces of tape without pause. But what could she be thinking as she works?
マスキングテープ組み合わせるとどうしてもごちゃごちゃしてきてしまうので、どうすれば自然な形でその絵を見てもらえるかっていうことはちょっと気にしながらいろいろ貼っていったりはしています。
She lays the pieces of tape following her own color sense. What picture could she be creating? 2 hours after starting, the picture begins to take form. Here is her completed picture. The theme is the mythological Chinese phoenix. There is a softer feel to this work of art than the usual brush-drawn version.
市販されている塗り絵などを使っていただくと、その塗り絵を見ながらマスキングテープを貼っていくという形ですごい簡単に楽しくできるので、やっていただければいいなと思っています。
Well, that's it for Channel Japan Ranking. After the break, we'll be showing you a documentary program, so stay with us.
Machines can do much more to unleash human potential. Pure possibility. Omron.
Let's go skiing! That's wonderful!
Icicle! Next time!
Wonderful!
Great! Excellent!
Smiles ahead! Save group!
Man, look at all these cars.
Hey, have you heard, by the way, the Japanese company Kobelco is working to make the world's cars lighter.
So what does that mean?
Kobelco is using aluminum and steel technologies to make car parts and bodies lighter around the world.
Ah, Japanese technology. The country of karate. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Why do we always do that?
I don't know.
The talk of the world. Kobelco.
ベトナムに対してワクチンの技術援助をするとか、我々の技術を出せばですね、救われる人たちがたくさんいる。でもう一つは非常に少ない疾病の患者さんたちのための開発をやっています。いかにしたら未だ治らない病気の治療薬ができるかっていう、そこにみんなの気持ちが大体集まってます。
You're watching Channel Japan. In our next segment, we introduce to some of our popular documentary programs. Today, from Japanese Dream by TBS, we'll introduce a doctor who, although over 70, meets with patients as he always has, and who continues to conduct research on substances for lessening the symptoms of dementia.
聞こえます？今の私の言葉。少し質問に答えていただけますか？
Takehiko Fujino, an emeritus professor and internist at Kyushu University. Now at age 76, he has kept his belief of up-close and personal medical treatment with his patients. Fujino's name instantly became widely known due to a certain theory of his. He calls it brain fatigue. The theory being that this is the cause of metabolic syndrome and modern diseases such as diabetes and depression.
例えばメタボ、典型的な脳疲労症候群です。うつ病、これも現代の最もメンタルな働く人の中で一番多い病気なんですが、これも脳疲労の極点です。実は脳がその時いろんな異常になるわけですけども、その異常はほとんどがですね、ストレスであると、いわゆる世間で言われるストレスだ。
Fujino believes that worries at home, work, and human relations generate stress that harms brain neurons, causing a number of illnesses. Compiling these studies together, there was something he wished to accomplish. He wanted to discover a treatment for dementia, a disorder for which a reliable cure still does not exist. Fujino had his focus on a certain substance that has a connection with dementia through his many years of research on brain fatigue. The substance is called plasmalogen. It is not a medicine, but a natural substance found in humans, animals, and fish, and is said to have an important role in controlling brain cells.
This plasmalogen というのはね、脳が働いた時に最初に動く因子、つまり脳が動いた瞬間に脳は疲れます。それをパッと自らが代わりをしてその脳を守っちゃう。
When you feel stressed, oxidants are released in the brain, oxidizing brain cells, and they presently die out. This is the main cause of brain fatigue. Plasmalogen stands in for the brain cells and are oxidized instead, and are therefore referred to as a substance that protects the brain. Fujino thought that this substance that protects the brain could help with reversing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. According to previous research out of Japan, Alzheimer dementia occurs when beta amyloid proteins build up in the brain. However, Fujino thinks differently. He believes the plasmalogen that protects the brain cells is the key to reversing dementia.
プラズマロゲンによって根源的な細胞を活性化するということも十分考えられるんですね。ベータアミロイドはそのままで脳の機能が回復するんではないかという考えています。
Full of hope, Fujino took a leap forward. He first grappled with detecting plasmalogen in living beings in nature and extracting it. Without that, his research cannot begin. Yet he soon hits a wall. Plasmalogen easily breaks and is sensitive to heat. There was difficulty detecting it in the many varieties of phospholipid substances, and he could not move on to the sampling and refining process. In this time of trouble, his classmate at Kyushu University, Professor Mawatari, lent his hand. After doing research work at Columbia University, Professor Mawatari became Japan's leading cytologist. As he heard that Fujino was completely at loss, he used up all his intellect to search for a solution. At last, they succeeded in detecting plasmalogen. Firstly, they used chicken meat, which was easy to acquire. Next, plasmalogen in scallop that was closer to that found in the human body was extracted and refined successfully. This paved the way for them towards animal testing and clinical trials on humans. Finally, the day came. The cognitive function of plasmalogen would be tested out. It is an experiment to compare the memories of lab mice that had been given plasmalogen and those that hadn't. Making the mice swim in a pool with a hidden, clear platform placed in one spot, they medically examined to see if it took less time for the mice to find it after a number of times. This is the result. The mouse that had taken plasmalogen went straight for the platform. It only took 7 seconds. On the other hand, the mouse that had been given nothing continued to stray further off course. Taking 24 seconds. The results were far more than Fujino had expected. Now for the next stage of testing plasmalogen. Dementia patients were asked to take the medication to test its effectiveness. Of the patients who participated in the experiment, 4 of them agreed to be on the program. One of them is the senior lady who has been diagnosed with dementia for 2 years. Not only does she suffer memory defect, she also has hallucinations. Her expressionless face is another characteristic symptom. After taking plasmalogen for 2 weeks, there was a certain change in this patient. Take a look at her expression before she starts taking the medication.
はじめまして。藤野と言います。ちょっとだけ少しいろんなことをお尋ねして、診察させていただいてもよろしいですか？はい。こんにちは。
2 weeks after.
こんにちは。先生いらっしゃいませ。覚えていらっしゃいました？ご面倒をおかけします。うわー、嬉しいですね。お久しぶりです。お久しぶり。どうもどうも。
After the examination, she even remembered her manners.
ありがとう。どうも。先生お送りしてくれる。
ありがとうございます。恐縮です。
The nursing staff were also astounded at her change.
正直びっくりです。思った以上に効果が、介護歴の長い介護士がものすごくびっくりしてましたので。
The patient who had the most striking change in the trial was this man. He suffers from semantic dementia, an illness which became known during recent years. These are the symptoms.
犬も歩けば、その後は？
いや、犬は取り扱ったことないです。ないからわかんないね。
He forgets meanings of proverbs and words until the words themselves disappear from his memory. The patient was asked to take a general test that would assess the level of his dementia. This is how he did 1 month ago.
100から7を引くといくつですか？100から7を引くといくつですか？はい。そこからまた7を引くと
93から84。はい、こうです。
On this day, out of 30, he scored 18. This is how he did a month after taking plasmalogen.
100から7を引くといくつですか
？7を引くと93。はい。
そこからまた7を引くといくつですか
？86。はい。
そこからまた7を引くと
79。
はい。そこからまた7を引くと
72。はい。
もう一度そこから7を。
He had more correct answers and responded quicker.
85。
What were his results?
何点だったんだよ。23点です。いや、こんなに良くなるとは。
何点ですか
？23ですね。
23？
すごいですね。すごい良くなった。
He had 5 more correct answers than before. The patient went from moderate level to mild.
これだけ差が出るってことはやっぱり意味がありますね。1点とか2点だったら分かんないですよね。
How is life for this man after that?
妄想の人の名前が随分出てたんですけど、それが本当に出てこなくなったんですよね。
それだけでも助かる。
助かります。
As to the other 2 patients who agreed to be on the program, this was their outcome. In the end, 2 out of 4 of them showed a remarkable change. How does a specialist of dementia see these results?
まずはこの物質が脳の中でどういうメカニズムでもって脳を改善しているのか、そこが分かること。もう一つは今まで以上に大きな規模で治験をやってみて確かに効果があると証明すること。この2つがクリアできたらプラズマ脳源は非常に広く受け入れられるものになると思います。
Fujino and his team were able to ascertain for the first time in the world through their animal testing that plasmalogen produces new brain neurons.
全世界の人がこの研究今からまだまだたくさんやらないといけません。子どもの未来の扉を開きたいなと。
やられてますからね。
そうですか。でも奥さんに
このプラズマを飲むようになってからですけどね、多少と変化は出てきたんですよね。単語が出てきたり妄想もだいぶ少なくなったりしたので、これから本当に早くにこういういい薬がね出回っていただくと本当に嬉しいと思いますので、今後よろしくお願いしたいと思います。
藤野先生、ありがとうございました。
今度は書道を持っていくんでしょ、
書道でも絵でもね、どっちでも描きます
藤野先生、おかげで母とたくさんおしゃべりをすることができるようになりました。ありがとうございます。
いやー、驚きました。感謝というか、こんなことしていてよかったという、我がチームは良きことをやったという本当に喜び、そういったものを感じて、こちらの方から心から感謝したいと。我々はさらに研究を深めていって、さまざまな病を持っていらっしゃる方々の笑顔を灯すことができたらいいなと思います。
Well, after the break, we'll be showing you an episode from popular economics program, Gachiri Monday. So don't go away.
The sport truck. New Mitsubishi Triton.
Drive at Earth Mitsubishi Motors.
Oryx is driving business in Asia through leases, investments, real estate development, energy businesses, and more. Making business more dynamic and fast-paced than ever. Oryx.
Nikko, one of Japan's leading tourist destinations. Here, you will be charmed by nature's bounty and will enjoy the beautiful scenery. You will also experience Japanese history at World Heritage temples and shrines. Nikko and Kinugawa, as well as the historic hot springs, are charming. Asakusa is easily accessible from the airport. It takes 2 hours from Asakusa to reach Nikko and Kinugawa via the Spacia Limited Express. Let's go to Nikko!
Making better living with functional labels and films. Connecting dreams throughout the world with our unique technology. Linking your dreams now from Japan to the world. For adhesive products, we are Lintec.
You're watching Channel Japan. Next, we'll be showing you an episode from a popular Japanese economics program, Gachiri Monday by TBS. Today's theme is gigantic shopping malls in Japan.
There are 8 LaLaport shopping malls across the country. One of the biggest ones is located in Chiba. On Saturdays and Sundays, it is packed with customers. Fast fashion shops, a Hawaiian hamburger restaurant, a gym with an indoor rock climbing wall, a massage spa. This mall has 460 tenants, and each year 2.6 million customers come to shop here. This mall has a long history and started in 1955. It started as an amusement facility called Funabashi Health Center. The center had many hot springs, an amusement park, and a swimming pool with a large slide. In winter, the slide was used as a ski slope. It was a year-round general recreation center. In 1981, it became Japan's first large-scale shopping mall, and it's been operating that way ever since. It's considered to be the pioneer of Japanese shopping malls. There are many tenants, and the mall uses a special way to arrange tenants. For example, at the end of the second floor are large popular retailers. At the end of the first floor in another mall, there are also popular shops. At the end of the building, they always put large popular chain stores. And on the third floor, there are movie theaters.
配置としては幹部の方にこちらの方はありますけれども、この映画館だけではなくてその間でお茶していただくのも構いませんし、自分の好きなものを探されたりっていうこともあると思いますし。
The customers will come to the popular tenants despite being located a distance from the entrance. But most important, it is that all shops make good profits. So while customers walk towards the end of the mall, things are arranged in a way that small specialty stores can also attract attention. A lot of thought goes into the arrangement. As we walked in the Funabashi store, we came across a strange layout. One children's store was located right next to another children's store. These rival stores are side by side. At another place, we saw a general merchandise store opposite to another general merchandise store.
大丈夫かなと思ってしまうんですけど、あえて。
The tactic is to put rival shops side by side. When this manager opened his shop, he noticed the same kind of shop next to his.
出店の仕方に対してはすごくちょっと最初はびっくりしましたけれども。
At first, he was concerned about how close his rival was.
隣同士っていうことによって、比較されて商品見られるっていうところで集客力がすごく高くなるっていうところですごく魅力を感じているところですね。
By bringing rivals together, shopping becomes convenient for customers. As a result, a lot of customers with kids come here. The question is, who came up with the arrangement of tenants? With their permission, we got to view a special meeting of mall staff. Those gathered here are the 7 people who are in charge of tenant management. The agenda for this day is enhancing eating out sales. 6 years ago, a food court was opened, and emphasis was put on fast food and low prices. But as more customers sought higher quality, sales dropped. They've been having this important discussion regarding the renewals since last year.
丼物、軽く食べられるイタリアンはあったら嬉しいかな。名前が通ってるとね。
今回一つはやっぱり船橋のせっかくの地歴みたいなところ、港とか砂浜とか。
確かに今がアスカラーだから結構変わった感は出るよね。
水開けられてるのが今イオンとフードコートがかなりフードコートの部分は相当水開けられてる部分があるので、ここだけにしかない差別化の部分は絶対必要になりますよね。
This meeting was centered on a large paper with small sections in different colors. This floor map shows tenant location. Yellow means the contract is expiring, but will be renewed. Blue means the store is being moved within the building. Red means the shop is closing. Notes are made to address problems and other serious issues about the contract status in detail. It looks like many restaurants are closing in the food court.
いろんなデータをもとにそれを決める。
そうですね。我々、当然お店単体の売上のみならずポイントカードがありまして A 店と B 店の間ですごく買い回りが高いとかそういうのが分析できるんですね。こんなに離れてたものの本当はじゃあ近づけたらもっと、この買い回りが促進されるんじゃないかとかっていうのを検証作業していくと。
But one thing we are concerned about is the red color. Those shops will close. These are the people in charge of informing tenants their shops will close.
ひどく怒られることも、なくはないです。ただ説明をしてご理解いただくってことも大事な仕事なので。
This is how the malls find the land to build on. They explained using the example of a new mall scheduled to open. They first look for a large piece of open land. This land was used as a shipyard. And this land was used as a rail yard for trains. The size of the land they need is about 10 hectares. Once they find a good place of land, they check population around it, age composition of households, average income, and other details. They must decide the most suitable place to build.
その敷地の道路付けはすごく気をつけて見てます。大きい道路に敷地が面している方が計画としては立てやすいと。
The important point is roads. When a lot of customers come by car, large roads that don't easily get traffic jams are needed.
道路はよく見ますね。3キロ先5キロ先ぐらいまで誘導の経路になりそうな場所は歩いてみたりとか。
We visited a new mall just before its opening. Even in a new mall, rival shops are located side by side. On this day, the management held a briefing session for tenants about the facility. Tenants and 500 staff gathered. We interviewed a shop manager.
やはり弊社も単独の店舗もあるんですけども、やはりこういう大型な商業施設に入ると非常に広域から集客できる。やっぱりラポートさんの名前ネームバリューというのも非常に大きい魅力だと思いますね。
気合とかは
かなり入ってますね。かなり入ってますんで。
Giant shopping malls are supported by behind-the-scenes staff. At 6 a.m., we came across some extraordinary workers.
ヤスのですね、これワシントンヤスって言うんですけども、これ創業当時から植えてありまして、ヤスの葉っぱから水分を吸収してもらうのと、ほこりを落とすと。
Watering the palm trees and cleaning off the dust. A 14-meter tall desert fan palm. Due to the roof, there is no rain or wind inside, so dust accumulates on the leaves. If dust falls on people, it disturbs the shoppers. So they use water to wash off the dust, and it's quite difficult.
どういうとこ難しいんですか、これって。
やっぱり周りのショップがあるんで、あまり水を散乱しちゃうとショップのテナントの商品を濡らしちゃう恐れがあるんで、なるべく縦のラインで攻めていくっていう。
It'd be a big problem if the water spatters on the merchandise in the shops. He says spraying vertically is a hard and fast rule. And shorter trees.
1
鉢巻きはやってるんですか？
そうです。He wipes off the dust on the leaves, one leaf at a time with a cloth.
こういう作業をやってるっていうのをさすがに知らない。
いや、それは知らないでしょうね。お客さんの出る前に、入る前にもうやってますから。
We approached an important person for guiding customers through the mall.
お仕事はどういったことをされてる方ですか？
警備員でして、館内の警備とあとは駐車場の管理をやっております。
He is in charge of controlling everything about security. This is the Parking Control Center. There are 11 parking lots that can hold 7,000 cars. Watching the monitors, he instructs on-site guards to direct the vehicles. He smoothly slots the cars into the various slots. He gives life to his skill. Here's how he gives instructions. He watches the parking lot monitors.
2号道路の方流してください。どうぞ。ちょうど今ちょっと混雑してきたんですけど、こちらの道路がいっぱいなんですが、
これ
1号道路って言いまして、そちらの方がちょっと混雑してきたので、今度はこちらが2号道路の方、
空いてますね。
南側の方が空いてきているので、誘導員の方に2号道路の方に誘導してくれって話はしてます。
As soon as the roads begin getting crowded, he directs them elsewhere.
2号道路の方流してください。どうぞ。
了解。
1号道路の方に誘導してください。どうぞ。
了解。
This is what the guard on site says.
こうやって誘導してないと、もうどんどんこちら側の車線入ってきちゃいますね。
He says even if he asks them to change lanes on the road, customers tend to turn left. That's because there is a roofed parking that is directly connected to the shopping area. So this parking lot tends to fill up faster than other parking lots.
1号道路の方に誘導してください。
了解しました。
右駐車場、ただいま満車でございます。駐車場は直進をご利用ください。
If the popular parking lot is not full, they let them turn left. If it's almost full, they direct them to another lot. The guard is extremely busy directing all these different cars.
人によってはね、こっちがダメだっていうね、気持ちはあるんですけどね。ですから私はなるべく優しく誘導するようにするんですけどね。
If customers can park quickly and smoothly, they'll shop longer. By constantly trying different strategies, the guards keep improving their technique.
Potenza.
Let's go look for Mitsubishi Electric around the world. Singapore. Found it. Jakarta. Yeah! Tokyo. Michigan. Kuala Lumpur. Mitsubishi
Mitsui & Company.
Winter in Japan. Lovely views. Heartwarming flavors. And exhilarating experiences. Discover the best Japan has to offer right here in central Japan this winter. Nagoya Railroad Group.
Channel Japan. Your source for the voices and views of people and businesses across Japan. The latest reports on Japanese companies, culture, and technology. Find out what's happening on the ground. Every week, direct from Tokyo, Channel Japan.
We hope you enjoyed today's show, and this is it for this edition of Channel Japan. There will be more on the latest information from Japan from our studio here in Tokyo, so join us again next time.